Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Youngs Loves, aka Moms. If you're new here, welcome and would love to have you on this platform. But if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Yeah, it's been a minute. I must say I'm also feeling like a little bit weird. I haven't done this in how many months? I don't know. I don't know. But so good to be back. And today I don't want to waste time. Today I want to be telling um, how how I gave birth. Yeah. Going to start from the beginning. The beginning. I think when I went to hospital. Yeah, I'm gonna start from that day. Cool. So my doctor gave me a date. She had said that if our boy had not arrived on the 3rd of June, that was a cut off time, that we're not gonna keep him for long. So there was a cut-off date. So on the 3rd of June, there was a cut-off date. And yeah, and we prayed. We were like, oh, Akani's gonna arrive before then. That's his name, by the way. His name is Akani. So we were like, okay, he's gonna arrive before. We were praying and being hopeful so that I do not get induced. Okay, cool. And that did not happen. So, and then on the 3rd, my doctor admitted me. And yeah, and then when I arrived at the hospital, I remember the nurse saying, oh, so you have contractions. And it's like, oh, what? Johnny, how? Yeah, so I was not in pain. I had like mild, those mild period pains. That was the situation with me. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But how? And then she asked me, she's like, are you not feeling any pain at all? I was like, yeah, I do have like mild period pain, but it's not serious. I was like, oh yeah, those are contractions. I was like, oh, contractions are not that bad. Yeah, and then I think an hour later, and then she induced me. Okay, fine. And then the contractions, they picked up, but still I think they were not what I had imagined, or like the stories that I have had from people. So, or I don't know, maybe my pain tolerance is very high. I do not know, but anyway, I was just like, okay, yeah, but my boy didn't come, and then following day, she tried again in the morning. Nope. Okay. Well, the contractions, every time when I was induced, the contractions would go up. But yeah, um, but basically, they would not take us where we wanted. We wanted to be, which is like delivering the baby, and then around 12, yeah, 12, my doctor came to see me. She's like, still. And then she just do me again. Oh, guys. Yeah, and yeah, and we waited. Yeah, the contractions picked up again, and we thought, yeah, this is it now. And then later, when my doctor came again, I think probably I don't know what time it was, but it was probably like around 3, I think. Yeah, and then she's like, okay, now I'm worried about the heart rate of the baby because the heart rate is dropping. So, and then oh, and then what she suggested is that we need to go to emergency room and take the baby out. And yeah, and I was like, whatever, doctor, let's get this baby here safe. Yeah, and then we ended up in theater. Yeah, and that's where I had the thingy. What's that? Anesthesia. It failed, guys. It failed twice. Yep, that painful needle. Yeah, but at last it was successful, and then they took our baby out, our gorgeous little boy. And actually, when they were taking him out, there was a low commotion because they. Oh, okay. Let me tell the story properly. So my doctor said to me, "You know what? Your cervical bones are not opening. That's a problem that we have." So yeah, and then she's like, "Okay, the heart rate is really dropping." Yeah, and then there was commotion while they were taking Akani out, and I remember, even though I was very dizzy, but I just remember, whoa, 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 whoa. But the umbilical cord was just was wrapped around his neck, and there was even a knot. So yeah. So it was a blessing that our little miracle. We ended up in theater, and they took him out, and he was safe and sound. He was a healthy baby. There were no complications whatsoever, which we might have. We do not know, but thank God that we ended up in theater. I think people's stories are very different, but we were blessed and fortunate that we ended up in theater. And yeah, we do not know what could have happened, and also because his heart rate was dropping, so we just had to do an emergency C-section. But I mean, like, after, I think the life after C-section is very hard. That's a major operation, and it's also very humbling because I had guys, nurses. Whoa, you guys do an amazing job. After the nurses had to take care of me, it's quite hectic and humbling. It's something that I wouldn't want to go through again. Yeah, definitely. That process was humbling, and also it was just too much, to comprehend, and also you just like swimming in blood, and they have to be the one changing your pad. They have to be, dressing your wound as well. And I think for the first 12 hours, basically, you can't do anything. Yeah. So yeah, that was Akani's bed story. I wanted to keep it sweet and short, and I did. I didn't want so many takes and whatnot, but yeah, it's also me saying I am back. I think I'm gonna do like a catch-up one where I'll be chatting about how am I doing, and all. But this is me just saying I am back, slowly but surely. Yeah. Otherwise, you guys must have an amazing weekend. Love your people, serve them well, and from me, I'll see you guys soon.